Good evening, my friends. Tonight we're going to talk about Beijing Biden's alcohol czar warning Americans could soon be told to limit themselves to just 2 beers a week under strict new booze guidelines. But first, how about Trump merch? This is the mugshot mug, never surrender, good political slogan. These indictments are just complete bullshit. 10 years ago, you'd get laughed out of court for covering this. And this is just a gigantic witch hunt, and smarter people have beaten this horse to death, so we will skip that tonight. Hey, what about this one? Beijing Biden suddenly extends his vacation. A pre-planned event. He was supposed to meet the WNBA champs. Hey, you know who they were? They were me for not watching 1 minute of that worthless fucking sport. He left the WNBA champs hanging and questions abounding. So yeah, after that disastrous Maui appearance, maybe Joey needs a few more days and maybe another blood transfusion. And maybe he just doesn't give a fuck about the WNBA or his job. Okay, he doesn't give a shit. He probably hates his job. Or he's really lazy, like Barack Obama, which is why Michelle Obama will not be the Democrat nominee for 2024. My money is still on Gavin Newsom. How about this? China's economy facing a lopsided supply and demand problem that's been years in the making. Business Insider, and of course this was a red state. Sorry, gotta cite my sources. So China has fueled decades of economic growth with industrialization, huge exports, and foreign investments. That model is starting to show weakness. Okay, thank you, Business Insider. However, as it created a lopsided economy with too much supply and low demand. So stimulus functions on the supply side, and on the demand side, you need structural reforms. That's why this Federal Reserve is really fucking things up badly. Well, Ben Bernanke did more damage. You need to give people more confidence, China. So this is zero hedge. Nothing's working. China's latest stimulus-driven rally lasted just 30 minutes. So these little green circles are stimulus pumps. And after a pump, there's quickly a dump. And this is the Shenzhen Shanghai CSI 300 index. Think of it as China's version of the S&P 500. So after the second buyback more pump, it dumps. And then there's a national team panic bid dump. And then they try to do a property stimulus today. And it only lasted 3 minutes between pump and dump. So yeah, China, paper tiger, starting to come apart. Now, it is curious that China and India are talking about calming down the drums of war up in the border between China and India. Both claim some land, and they've actually had, basically hand-to-hand combat since both countries agree to not use guns. But this is one that's near and dear to my heart. Beijing Biden's alcohol czar warns Americans could soon be told to limit themselves to 2 beers a week under strict new booze guidelines. Well, guess what? You can take those guidelines and shove them up your ass. Dr. George Koob doesn't have any Levant quality about his name. It appears to be German. We'll just call him George Boob from here on forward. George Boob said America could slash its drinking guidelines. I don't give a shit what you have to say. And of course, we know that alcohol raises the risk of cancer, heart disease, and other issues, but I'm willing to take that risk because I'm an adult. Read more. New York woman, 104, credits long life to beer every night. Okay. Americans could be urged by officials, urged, to drink no more than 2 beers a week as part of strict new alcohol guidelines that nobody's gonna fucking pay attention to. Beijing Biden's health czar, we didn't listen to them before 2020, and we're probably not about to listen to them now. They told DailyMail.com that the USDA could revise its alcohol advice, which I will ignore, to match Canada's, where people are advised to have 2 drinks per week. I know a bunch of Canadians, and none of them drink 2 beers a week. Dr. George Boob, who admits to enjoying, I don't give a fuck what he enjoys. There are health benefits, and I think people start to reevaluate where we are at in the United States. So we're not going to go over all these studies that claim it's bad. I know liver damage, cirrhosis, etc. It's bad. It's bad. Here we go. He said, most of the benefits people attribute to alcohol, we feel they really have more to do with what is people's diet rather than what they're drinking. And the quote is, so it really has to do with the Mediterranean diet, socioeconomic status that makes you able to afford that kind of diet and makes your own fresh food and so forth. Now, the Western or American version of the Mediterranean diet looks nothing like what actual Mediterranean people eat. So it's what Americans think they eat. The Mediterranean diet in, Greece and Italy is mostly carnivore. I mean, they do have some bread, but the breads in Europe are made a lot differently than they are in the United States. So, and then we go down to the bottom, which were the conclusion here. The move quickly came in for criticism from some quarters, like me, who accused the authorities of ignoring the benefits of drinking, how it can help in social situations, i.e. getting you laid, and with combating loneliness. Well, getting laid combats your loneliness as well. Dr. Dan Mellick, a health sciences expert at Brock University in Canada, alcohol infuses many lives in many positive ways, i.e. if you get laid. We celebrate accomplishments, mark occasions, bring wine to parties. Hey, we cook with wine, by the way. I don't drink wine ever. I cook with it, though. Meeting with friends to commiserate, relax, and blow off steam. These are important activities and part of the texture and tone of many lives. And experts have previously argued that the studies into the risks of alcohol are flawed because they fail to examine these social benefits. So there's no... Prohibition's been tried. It's already got thrown out on its ass because, again, Americans thought prohibition was going to be get these goddamn the fundies, the evangelicals were like, get these goddamn hobos, these drunk hobos off the street. We need prohibition, goddamn it. But then they didn't realize that they would lose all the ability to get alcohol. Oh boy, leftoids just really are all cut from the same cloth, my friends. The only constitutional amendment that had a constitutional amendment destroying it, gutting it. Good riddance, by the way. So that's that. It's a pretty quick one tonight. Thanks for watching. If you like my content, hit subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. More videos are moving to YouTube, my friends, because we're not talking about certain medical issues and certain things you do in the first Tuesday of November after the first Monday of November. So that's it. That's all we're going to do. Pick up some non-perishable food, and God bless.